إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد إن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنه في صحيح البخاري اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس شبابك قبل حرمك وصحتك قبل سقمك وغناءك قبل فقرك وفراغك قبل شغلك وحياتك قبل موتك أخرجه الحاكم في المستدرك. We begin by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we send peace and blessings to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Remind myself and all of us, today the day of Friday is a special day that we should increase this sending of salam to Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. I first recited from Al-Quran al-Kareem, and this is a surah which every single one of us has memorized because of the gravity of the situation. These small surahs are small but huge in meaning. For example, Surah Al-Ikhlas, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. The society that we live in, we need to understand the meaning of these. We memorize it from childhood, we need to understand the meaning. Similarly, this Surah Wal-Asr I picked because we have been going through years and after years. It's passing. Today is the last Friday of this year. The next Friday will be in 2025. If we review the knowledge that we have progressed in our profession. We have been promoted. We were last year a junior, now we are a senior. So we are progressing in life based on a certain schedule. And we need to also follow. Just like we prepare for our future, there is a bigger future which is after death. And this Surah Wal-Asr reminds us that no matter how much wealth you accumulate, you will still be in loss if you do not do these four things. That you have the iman, that one day I have to stand up in front of Allah alone. I will not have family with me, alone. And I have to show amal saleh. What is amal saleh? Good deeds, we do good deeds. But it has to be with ikhlas, with sincerity. There should not be any show-off. And the third and the fourth thing are basically part of amal saleh. But they are prescribed because of their importance in this thing. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. A Muslim is not meek. A Muslim says the haqq, no matter what. And that is the role we as Muslims should play in this society. We should not shy away from haqq. A kafir is the one who hides. If we are hiding truth, we are doing the same thing that Yahud and Nasara used to do. that they would hide those verses where they were being caught because they were not acting upon those. We have to follow what is in Quran, and we have to preach that with haqq, and we will face difficulties. And therefore the fourth element is required, sabr. This inviting to Allah is not an easy task. Inviting towards haqq is not an easy task. Only those who have patience will be able to achieve that. And then I read this hadith from Al-Hakim, it's a Sahih hadith, which basically, it was a wasiyah, a nasiha from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the narrator is who? Abdullah ibn Abbas, the son of the uncle of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Abbas radiallahu anhu. And we know from the history that he was among the young ones. Like if I pick someone from here, 17, 18 years old. But he was called the Habrul Ummah, meaning that he had so much knowledge. And this hadith is coming from him. In Al-Bukhari, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to a man, "Ightanim, take advantage, like ghanima, of 5 before 5. Take advantage of 5 before 5. And the very first one is Shababaka qabla harim." There is another hadith I will remind you of. That it says that on the day when there will be no shade, except the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only 7 type of people will be under that shade. One of the categories is who? The one who was young and worshipped Allah alone. The young who worshipped Allah alone. Those who are young here, it's a bashara for them. That if you, whatever you learn in this deen, you act upon it with sincerity, you will be among those who will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then there are other categories. My point is, this age, which we think it's an age of play and have fun, this is not true. This is an age where the Sahaba, when they were like 16, 17, 18, were doing grand things. And we still keep our kids as kids. We call them kids. We should start calling them young men. You can do stuff. When you don't have belief in yourself, you won't be able to do anything. You need to put that belief in them through confidence, giving them opportunities so they can shine. When we do this, our shabab will be the ones, and shabab, of course, there is an age element, there is a time element. But if you're young at heart, you can be shabab too. So take advantage of that before you get old. Because you know what happens when you become old, there are so many things that come with it. When you are shabab, you are alone, you can do so many things. So I encourage my shabab here, that whatever time you have, put it in useful activities. Even if it is about learning the deen or dunya ilm, learn good things. Your phone, I know, is going to stick with you until the day you die. This is technology, it's going to stick with you now. Use it wisely. As someone said, oh, TikTok is haram and all. Someone said, okay, this was also the means through which we promoted and we showed the world what's happening in Al-Gaza. It is the usage of it. You can use it for haqq. You can use it to spread the truth. Use it to spread the truth. Do not be a consumer. Do not be guided by what is being fed to you. Become creator. Create your own stuff. And then publish it. Not for likes, but to be able to stand on the day of judgment and say, oh Allah, I use this to spread haqq. That is the use of shabab. You have all this technology at your hands. It would be futile to stop you from using it, but it would be beneficial if you use it in the right direction, which other people are doing, by the way. The second part is أغتنم صحتك قبل سقمك. And it applies to everyone. But there is still a time element. As long as you are healthy, use it for good things. Because once you have diseases, you won't be able to do what you were able to do before. Some brothers have joint pain. They are not able to do sajda. And they wish they could put their forehead on the floor. If you are able to do that now, do it before it is taken away. And the third piece, اغتنم غناءك قبل فقرك. That take advantage of this wealth that you have before poverty hits you. We all have jobs. Once we retire, that pipeline shrinks. You won't be able to make that much money as you were making before. Now, what you wanted to do when you had a job, you won't be able to do now because you don't have as much money. So use the money that you have now before the time comes when you don't have that money, you want to spend it. The fourth piece of advice. اغتنم فراغك قبل شغلك. That use the free time that you have. Faragh meaning that you have free time. قبل شغلك, before you get busy. It's a very important piece of advice. When we have free time, we feel like, let's kill the time. That's the expression that is used. Let's kill the time. Why should we kill the time? Therefore, there has to be a checklist. And of course, good company. Because you will kill time when you have bad company. If you have good company, even the discussion that you are having will be useful. That will not be killing the time. But if you have bad company, then you will definitely be killing time. Not only that, but you'll be earning sins. So let's take advantage of when we have free time, that we use it positively. And finally, which is basically the collection of everything, hayataka qabla mawt. We know brothers. My own brother died last Ramadan. He's no more. All of us, of course, have seen this. The people that we used to call and talk to and see them through WhatsApp, they're no more. It's a reality. No matter how much we try to forget it, it is in our face. We have to take advantage of all the breaths that we have left in us before we go underground. This is an advice from our beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. There is another hadith from the same person. I'll try to finish it in 2 minutes. Abdullah ibn Abbas narrates in Bukhari. نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس. That there are two blessings, two na'am, that most people are ignorant of. As-siha wal-faragh. Your health and your free time. When we are healthy, we don't even feel that we need anything else. You are healthy, you enjoy your food, you are able to walk, whatever you want to do, you can do. But imagine a day when you were sick. You did not like your food, you didn't want to do anything, and you would feel like this is the end of the world for me. Especially those who had some serious disease. May Allah cure all the people who have diseases, whether they are small or large, that they be cured. Because it's a big ni'mah. All of us who are old know this. But if you are young, know this. And I've seen people, even they're very young, that they are going through some tough times. If you are saved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and are blessed with health, don't be negligent of it. Preserve it and use it positively so that it is truly a ni'mah. Because when you use this ni'mah of siha, of health, with guidance, then it is called a ni'mah. And the second thing was wal-faragh. Again, free time. We have lots of free time, especially these days. Let's create activities that this free time is written as good deeds in our book of deeds. I'm not saying that go home and open Quran and just start memorizing Quran. Show it with your actions, behavior. Be nice to your parents. Be nice to your kids. You see something on your way, remove it. A very basic principle is removing anything that is of harmful to others is sadaqah. When we are walking out, if we see some shoes, just move it with the intention that I will get reward for it. It is the intention that counts. It's not the amal, whether it's small or large. It's the intention. Sometimes sadaqah, which is $1, is more than $1 million in the eyes of Allah than those $1 million that were given, but not with that true intention. And finally, one last hadith I will just read from Bukhari, again from Abdullah ibn Abbas, and I keep bringing this name so that you remember that Abdullah ibn Abbas was among the young Sahaba. He was not even in 20s. And he says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا تزول قدم عبد يوم القيامة, that a slave or abd like us, our feet will not be able to move حتى يسأل عنه, until he has been asked these 4 things. عمره فيما أفناه, where did we spend our time, our age? وعن علمه فيما فعل, and the knowledge that we gained, how much we acted upon it. وعن ماله من أين اكتسب وفيما أنفق, and the wealth that we earned and where we spent it. And finally, and جسمه فيما أبلاه, and the body that we had, how did we use it? قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين. اللهم انصر إخواننا والمجاهدين في الغزة في السودان في الشام في كل مكان. اللهم تقبل شهداءهم. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. عباد الله رحمكم الله، ان الله يأمر بالعدل والاحسان وايتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. واذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله اكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. واقيموا الصلاة.